I have been trying to talk to Marcus for the past 12 hours and he has not contacted me back. I was going to allow him to pick Sun up after all, if he decides to be a parent and care. Have him call me. Now is not a good time, Valerie. We have a family emergency, and he will call you when he is able. What family emergency? What is going on? I need to know. It is not my place to tell you. Marcus will let you know when he is able to. Nope, that doesn't work. He is my ex-husband and my son's father. I have every right to know. I will not stop calling him until he answers me, so either you can tell me, or I will blow his phone up on every number I have access to. Valerie, his father unalived in an accident this morning, okay. He's dealing with enough right now. Just leave him be. How dare you not tell me what happened? You know, your father was a part of my life too. I deserve to know. And instead you've kept it a secret from me. I have enough to deal with right now, and I don't have time for this. It would have been 5 minutes out of your day to inform me, so I wouldn't have had to find out from your little girlfriend. Do you know how that made me feel? Do you know how it made me feel knowing that my father unalived in an unnecessary accident that he wouldn't have been involved in if you would not have lied and refused to allow me to get Sun? Wow, it's not my fault, but I see that I'm your scapegoat. Let me know when the funeral will be so that I can bring Sun. Do not tell Sun about this. I will discuss it with him when I see him. He needs to hear it from me. Like I said, let me know when the funeral arrangements are made. Sun will know when he needs to. When is the funeral? I have not heard back from Marcus or his family yet. Valerie, Marcus's family has asked me to please let you know that they do not want you to attend the funeral. There has been too much drama and they don't want today to be any harder on Marcus than it has to be. No, I will be there or Sun will not be in attendance. He does not need to experience his first funeral without his mother present. That is not acceptable. And it is not your place to tell me I can't be there. I am more than happy to meet you to collect Sun, or I can have Marcus meet you. Please consider the family and their wishes. He was a part of my family too, and I deserve to be able to go. Just because he has a new fiancé doesn't mean I get to be excluded. He is stuck with me for life. That's what happens when you share a child. Valerie, I don't have time to talk right now. Can I call you back later? Daddy, you weren't going to tell me that Grandpa alive. Asterisk crying asterisk. Sorry, Marcus. He overheard me talking about the accident and I had to tell him. Buddy, I was going to tell you. I just wanted to be there in person when I did. So when were you going to tell me? As soon as I could, bud, but I promise I will make sure you're with me for the funeral so you can say your goodbyes, okay? We need to discuss funeral arrangements so that I'm able to ensure we are able to attend, okay? There is nothing we need to discuss right now. Son, I love you and I will see you soon, okay? We have our first week of summer vacation coming up this weekend. I can't wait to see you. I love you. Okay, Daddy, I love you too. Don't forget that tomorrow is our court date for child support modification. We requested a continuance due to my father. I am aware, and my attorney objected to the continuance. The judge denied your request, so it will be happening. I'm just reminding you in case you didn't see that your attorney tried to reach out. I know this is a difficult time for you. If you're so concerned about me going through a difficult time right now, you would have not contested the request for a continuance and let me have time to grieve before dragging me back to court for more money. I have bills to pay and things to buy for Sun, and like you, I don't get to pick and choose when I pay for Sun, and the amount you pay is simply not enough now that I am not working. I didn't know you lost your job. And that's none of your business, but since I no longer work in the foster care system, I will need more support for Sun, so I will see you at court. Child Support Modification Court is now in session. The request to modify was brought forth by the mother. Ma'am, what are the extenuating circumstances that would require a change in child support? Thank you, Your Honor. I had lost my job a few weeks back, and my income has obviously dropped for the best interest of our son. I believe that child support should be modified to show the difference of income. Mom, as you should be aware, child support does not include your income during the calculation. I see here that you have failed to submit any of the income verifications before court as well. Is there a reason for this? I thought it best that I was able to stand before you and explain the situation. Your Honor, if I may, Valerie states that she has been unemployed for the last few weeks. Our child support order includes half of the cost of childcare for our son due to her working full-time. Yes, I see that. In our original order, it specifies that I am only responsible for paying for half of daycare when it pertains to her working. I have also learned that this is not the first time that she has been unemployed since the last. Hearing from a previous coworker, is this true? While there have been lapses in my employment, I have primarily been employed. I also actually just accepted a new job and will begin next week. It also states that she is to cover son on her insurance, yet I have had son on my insurance the entire time due to her never signing him up. I have the paperwork to show this and to show exactly how much I pay for son's insurance each month. I have no problems paying for the insurance, but I would like for the amount to be credited to me at least. It is clear to me that I am the only one here in the best interest of son. Looking at the evidence, there is no reason at all to adjust child support at an increase. In fact, due to the insurance, I believe that he has been overpaying. Sir, I will adjust the child support amount to reflect that you pay for the insurance. Therefore, you will now be responsible for keeping son insured. Is that okay with you? Of course, that is perfectly fine. I will also look at the amount you have paid since the last hearing for insurance, and averaging that out, I will give you an additional $100 credit each month for the next year. I filed because I needed help. You can't take more money from me and my child. He is paying his part. I suggest that you start your new job and begin paying your part as well instead of demanding more money. Court is now dismissed. These changes will go into effect on the 1st of the month. Why is my son half an act in front of your girlfriend? You think that is appropriate? Absolutely not. He is not half an act. He is in boxers and a t-shirt. He just woke up from a nap after swimming all day. And she is my fiancée and lives with me. It is in no way inappropriate. You have no idea. She's probably Abu Dhabiing him right under your nose, and you are too clueless to see. Son is perfectly safe and happy here, as you could see from your call. I will be putting him in additional counseling sessions after this sheet show. Do you not understand the emotional Abu Dhabi that you two are inflicting on him by playing house together? She is not his mother. I still cannot believe that you are actually marrying this woman in a few weeks. She is the worst possible person you could have in son's life, and you don't even care. You need to speak to your son immediately and fix this behavior that you have caused. What's going on? Why is he screaming like that? He thinks he can come here and speak to me any way he wants to after hearing you and her disparage me all weekend. I won't have it. We don't talk about you till we're in front of him. Whatever he's saying is not coming from us. What did he say? So he just decided to call me a stupid bitch out of nowhere. I find that highly unlikely. He heard it from you, so you handle it. Of course, that's unacceptable, but I am not going to discipline son over FaceTime, especially not when he is clearly already upset. Why am I not surprised that you once again are useless? This is why I have to handle everything myself. He was punished. I washed his mouth out with soap, but thank you for nothing, as per usual. Asterisk hangs up the phone call before Marcus can say anything. I don't know where son learned that language, but the punishment you gave him is unacceptable. You don't get to tell me how to discipline him, especially not when this happens every time he comes home from you. I have him over 70% of the time as well. Clearly, we are unable to co-parent. So I will no longer share updates or issues with you. You do not put soap in his mouth. There are much better ways to correct behavior. And that is not it. Oh, don't worry. I have so many recordings of son saying the things he says and telling me where he gets them from. I'm not putting it in his head. Mia is. He's told me she is mean to him and curses at him and tells him to shut up. I thought you would actually help parent him, but clearly I was wrong. So from now on, phone calls will only be for you and only 10 minutes tops. What you are doing is abudullery. You realize that, right? Are you serious? I am not abudullaring son. If anyone is, it's her. But for you to imply that tells me that I don't need to allow any calls anymore beyond emergencies. He tells me every time he comes home how mean she is. It breaks my heart hearing him wake up crying. No, Mia, no. If he is saying anything of the sort, it is because he feels like he has to in order to make you happy. He loves Mia, and they have a great relationship. And you will not put soap in his mouth again. That is unacceptable, and I will take that to the judge. It was a dot. He is fine. He has asthma. With how badly he was screaming, that could have gone very wrong very quickly. Kids are going to say bad stuff occasionally, but you need to find appropriate ways to deal with it. I don't need parenting advice from you. This was a waste of time. I should have known you would not help and would take her side.